Hi everyone, we are Madi and Marilia, and we will be talking about the Bicycle Facilities Credit situated in the Location and Transportation Credit. The intent of this particular credit is to improve public health by encouraging physical activities, promote bicycling and transportation efficiency, and reduce vehicle distance travel, as well as decreasing air pollution by reducing carbon emissions. Some benefits obtained from the implementation of this credit are that for every 1 mile that you pedal, 1 pound of carbon dioxide is avoided. Biking can extend a person's lifespan by 3 to 14 months and have a lower risk of developing cardiovascular disease. Planners and developers who support bicycling usually gain political and popular support. It is possible to obtain 1 point towards this LEED credit in the following building categories: new construction, core and shell, schools, data centers, warehouses and distribution centers, hospitality, retail, and healthcare. The main elements within this credit are the provision of an efficient bicycling network, long and short-term bicycling storage spaces, as well as shower rooms and changing facilities. In bicycling network, in order for it to be efficient, the proposed building should have a functional entry or bike storage within 200 yards of walking or biking distance from a bicycle network that connects at least one of the following: 10 diverse uses, being them food retail, community service retail, services, civic, and community facilities, school or employment center if the project total floor area is 50% or more residential, and bus rapid transit stop, light or heavy rail station, commuter rail station, or ferry terminal. To measure the distance between a bicycle storage to a bicycle network, it is allowed to use either walking or biking distance by adding the continuous segments of the biking route from the starting point to the destination. The route should have no more than 3 miles total distance. By placing the building in close proximity to a bicycle network, there is a reduction in parking spaces. This is an example of an efficient bicycling network, showing the location of the site and its connection with the bike network, and how it is connected to diverse building uses as well as public transportation. To obtain the Bicycle Facilities Credit, bicycle storage and shower rooms need to be provided according to the different building categories. One of the benefits of implementing bicycle storage is to contribute to the reduction of automobile use. For short-term bicycle storage, all categories should consider at least 2.5% of all peak visitors, with a minimum of 4 storage spaces per building, with the exception of retail category, where 2 storage spaces should be provided for every 5,000 square feet, with a minimum of 2 storage spaces per building. No short-term storage is required for schools. In addition to short-term bicycle storage, the building should also provide long-term storage spaces where all categories should consider at least 5% of regular building occupants, with a minimum of 4 storage spaces per building, with the exception of residential projects, where 30% of all regular occupants should be considered, with a minimum of 1 storage space per residential unit. Shower rooms are only required for commercial and institutional projects. For residential projects, there are no additional showers required aside from the ones that were already provided within the residential unit. For commercial and institutional projects, it should be provided at least one on-site shower with changing facilities for the first 100 regular building occupants and one additional shower for every 150 building occupants thereafter. For all building categories, with the exception of schools, the short-term bicycle storage should be placed within 100 feet of the main entry, and the long-term bicycle storage should be placed within 100 feet of a functional entry. For schools, no short-term storage is required, and the long-term storage should also be located within 100 feet of the main entry. This is a step-by-step guidance to implement the bicycle facilities credit. Step 1. Identify bicycle network and eligible destinations by locating the project near an existing or planned bicycle network. Step 2. Select bike-friendly project location. Step 3. Gather count information by determining the number of expected regular occupants in the building and the expected peak visitors. Step 4. Determine number of bicycle storage space required by calculating the number of required short and long-term bicycle storage spaces, multiplying the regular building occupants by the percentage shown in the previous table. Step 5. Determine number of shower and changing facilities required. Step 6. Install bicycle storage. Step 7. Ensure safe access to school building by providing on-site dedicated bicycle lanes that safely connect the limits of the school property to the school buildings. In regard to retail, institute programs to support bicycling use. It is fundamental to put programs to support bike use into action. For example, bicycle maintenance program tailored for retail store employees, or by providing route assistance for employees as well as for the customers. Here's an example of the calculation required for this lead credit, in which we determine the number of short and long-term storage spaces and shower rooms for a retail space. First, you determine the regular building occupants. Then, to obtain the required number of short-term storage spaces, you use the building square footage. After determining the number of short-term storage, you calculate the required number of long-term storage spaces using the number of regular building occupants previously calculated. Since the number of building occupants is less than 100, only one shower space is required in order to achieve the bicycle facilities lead credit. Thank you for your attention.